all these Hot Wheels, do you think I can find one Mustang for my office? Not a one. Not a one. The search continues. I'm gonna go with the Batmobile though, from The Dark Knight. And a Cougar, which is kind of close, but not quite. What are the odds I'll have a 65 Mustang Hot Wheel in here? Oh, we have a rainbow colored 67. Good. Thank you.
Have a nice evening.
Hope you too. It's not going to stay rainbow colored. All right. Just a side note, anybody that wants to skip this Hot Wheels talk and the vlog stuff and just get to this week's progress on the car, I'll put a timestamp right here to where you can skip to get to that. Now 6 months ago, if you would have told me that I would be spending even a few dollars on Hot Wheels, I probably would have laughed in your face. Not like a jerk, but more out of disbelief because I am a very frugal person. However, the day I bought this beauty, it really did rekindle the kid in me. I feel like a kid again. I just cannot wait to get back into car stuff. And now I'm buying Hot Wheels to keep in my office while I'm at work as little reminders of what I have at home waiting in the garage for me to come home and finish.
Awesome! Yes!
But seriously, it's the little things in life, people. Just little bits of motivation here and there to keep you going. This is a 65 Fastback I found. It was yellow. I painted it like a flat black, gridded it up. I'm a fan of darker, low gloss finishes. This was actually the only classic coupe I could find. It's a 67 and of course it's rainbow colored. Nothing against the rainbow, but I think I'm actually gonna paint this the color that I am seriously considering for the Iron 6 when it's finished, because I haven't actually discussed that yet, and I have gotten several questions on how I plan on finishing this, so yeah, be on the lookout for that. Neat little things. One more thing I'd like to mention before covering this week's progress on the Iron 6. John, someone that recently watched my wheel painting video, reached out to me and sent me some pics of something similar he just did to his 67 Fastback. That is a sweet car. Notice the white lettering on the tires. I mentioned in a previous video that this was a direction I was headed to finish off the look of my wheels. I just got new tires on my wheels. They do not have the white lettering, but I plan on addressing that, hopefully in the next video. Okay, let's check out this week's progress. And this might be more of an update video. I have filmed the stuff that I did, but I mean, it wasn't necessarily the best because it's just been such a busy week. But as you can see, the new master cylinder is installed. Now I still have to bleed the master cylinder, so I haven't run the line over to the distribution block. And then there's another line that comes out the front that would connect to the rear steel brake line. I have not installed the rear steel brake line yet. What I have in is the front steel brake lines that go from the distribution block down to each wheel, and they weren't too bad to get in. The one that runs over to the passenger side was a bit tricky to fish in, but I did get it installed, and it comes down, and I also got the new hoses installed. Attaching these, the best way I found to get these in was to remove the clip that holds in this hose so that each of these are loose and you can get the angle right, screw them together, and then lock everything into place. That runs down into the new wheel cylinders that we already installed, and I'm still waiting on the front brake drums. So I have everything to complete the front brakes except for the drums, and I'm gonna wait until I get the drums because I don't feel like pulling this off and doing it all over. I also got the front hubcaps, so that will complete everything here on the front end. But at this point, a lot of what is slowing me down is waiting on parts. I also want to mention that I have no intentions of repainting this engine bay. It's going to get cleaned up, and as long as everything in here is solid, it's staying as is. I'm more concerned about making the thing legal to drive and getting the outside looking very nice. I mentioned that I want to drop the rear end. I ordered new shackles and front bushings for the eye loops on the leaf springs and bolts. So I want to disconnect the leaf springs and drop this whole thing, and I do want to sand down and repaint the leaf springs and the rear end, but I'm waiting on the leaf spring shackles and the bushings. So this is kind of on hold as well, but I'm getting there. Unfortunately, when I ordered a lot of these parts, I didn't realize how many of them were on back order. So I think by like the 16th of December, I'm gonna have all the parts, or at least they're gonna be shipped to me. So again, progress, but not progress, I guess, I don't know. I'm sure situations like waiting on parts is gonna happen a lot. So one thing I am going to do is make a list of things that I can do that need done, small things that don't wreck too much of the project in other areas. Things like removing the body putty. I need to get all this filler off and see what's going on under here. So that's kind of its own little project I can do whenever. I still need to connect the alternator. I don't know why I haven't done that. That's just one of those things. And changing the pan gasket and filter on the transmission. Lots of little things I can be doing. I really want to get underneath this thing and look over the underside in detail to see how much rust is under there. I don't know. The passenger side seems to be pretty darn good. The driver's side is definitely going to need some work. So still making progress, just haven't filmed as much as I would like to. Again, busy time of year with the holidays, but getting there. We're getting there. I also mentioned in the first episode, I think, that this was probably not going to be so much a tutorial series, but more of a vlogging series, which is why I spent some time talking about the things like the Hot Wheels and stuff, just because it's cool to me. I'm really trying to pace myself with this Restomod. Back when I was 14, the way I would have approached this was I would have done what you see on TV, where the front fenders would be off already, this putty would have been stripped off already. I probably would have started cutting, maybe the trunk lid would have been off, the hood would be off. Not only do I not have a lot of space to store that stuff, but as I said, I'm trying to keep this a more complete car and just get the thing on the road. It takes a certain kind of person with a certain kind of experience to be able to approach projects that way, and that's not me, at least not yet. So I need to be able to come out here. It just feels a lot better when I walk out into the garage and see a mostly complete car. So I'd like to get like a fender off, redo the work on the fender, get it back on, same to the other side. You know, while the front end's looking good, have like a back quarter panel cut off. I don't want this thing to look like a tornado came in here and ripped it apart at any point. Yeah, sorry I don't have more progress for you guys, but it's a busy time of year and I wasn't able to film as much as what I wanted. I'm waiting on parts, but I'm still making progress. That's everything I have for this week, so until the next episode, take care.